All right, lads, welcome back to me podcast Cheaper Than Therapy. Mick Thomas here. How are you? How you doing? Thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing, and coming on back. I do appreciate you as always. Check out this podcast wherever podcasts are available. Share it. Let people know, hey man, this is funny, this is not funny. You won't believe what this guy said. This is why I hate this guy. Insert episode. I get a lot of that. I really do. I get a lot of that. I put a joke up on Facebook last night and people would go, I'm unfollowing you because you've never made me laugh once. That's not true because you followed me. You know what I mean? Because I did make you laugh. So why do people do that? Like when they're going to leave, just leave. Just unfollow. I don't give parting gifts. Do you know what I mean? It's not, you don't go up to a wedding and go, we had a lovely time. We got to get home. The kids are sleeping. We got to let the babysitter go, but we can't wait to see you. Enjoy your honeymoon. Oh, this bag of gifts over here, that's for me. I don't do that. Just leave. I don't need to get a notification that you left. I don't care that you left. You don't affect my life. Go move, please. Anyway, come see me live. That's a great way to come see me live. I don't care about you, but come see me live. Minnesota this weekend. I'm there Friday, Saturday at the Irish Festival. Next weekend, 18-19, Madcap Comedy Club in Florida, New Smyrna Beach. Cannot wait to get down to see it. 25th, I'm in Delaware. And then September, I got Kansas City and Pittsburgh. And fill in the blanks along the way. If you're in New York, come see me in Comic Strip, Comedy Cellar, Gotham, West Side Comedy Club, and so on and so forth. I'm around. Check out my other podcast, The Manxiety Show. Supposed to be another episode up last week, but Corey is sick again. I don't know why I keep this guy around. Just a part that I wish I didn't love him as much as I did. I wish he wasn't as fucking valuable to me in life as a person, as a human being. I love his spirit and soul and love hanging out with him. I wish I didn't. You know, there's some guys like, I wish I was gay. Like, I just do it. Life, you think life would be easier if I was gay. That's it. I just wish I didn't love Corey as much as I love him. I'm kidding. Corey's sick, and we should have the episode up as soon as we can. No rush on it. It's a fun episode. So what I want to talk about today, I guess something that you already know, you're already aware of. Maybe you're not aware of. Maybe you didn't click on it. Maybe you thought it was a hoax. Maybe because you heard it was from our government, and you probably thought like, nah, here we go, more bullshit. They found aliens, like not Mexicans, not immigrants, not Irish aliens, not, I'm an alien in America, like legit from outer space. So they had a meeting, they had a public on Congress, they went out, they had this, and they were live on television. They were asking questions about these, and they said, yep, we got some spaceships. Paraphrasing that, we got some spaceships, and we have actual creatures. We have actual alien creatures. They can't discuss, which I find weird. Like, why can't you discuss what they look like? Because you've already told us what you have, so you're making us use our imagination. That's not a good thing to do in this day and age, to let the world use their imagination, because they don't really have one anymore. Because we're all just fucking drones. Why would you do that? No, that's silly. It's a silly thing to do, but whatever. I was very happy with it. I was kind of glad to see it because, like we all suspected it, over the years, and it's always one of those things like, are there aliens, are there UFOs? So many stories. And I appreciate the government releasing that information. I really do. It must take a lot. It must take a lot for the government. I smell bacon. Does that mean I'm having a stroke? No, that's toast, but I do smell bacon. Anyway, I do thank the government for releasing that information for us. It is great. Thank you so much. I love that you released it last week too. That was really good, because I was starting to kind of question things that were going on with the Hunter Biden laptop, and then the fact that you're trying to pass a bill in Congress that you can kind of edit this stuff if we saying against the government that you don't like, that you can take it down. But I'm so glad you brought that out when you did. Good time in government. I really appreciate that. That was awesome. But so here's the thing about these aliens, right? Like, what are they? First of all, like, what are they? Like, why are they here? First of all, because when we think aliens, we're all thinking the same thing, right? We're not thinking Alf, who lived with the Tanners. We're not thinking E.T. We're thinking that the gray guy with the big eyes, right? The gray guy with the big black eyes, no penises. Are vaginas. I'm sure there's female versions of them as well. And that's all we think about, right? Is just those guys. But why are they here, right? You know, here's the thing. Like, some people think, oh, well, they're here to. There's weird theories. Like, I've heard some interesting theories. Do time travel. I used to think on that one, maybe they're us because we evolved because we're idiots, and we got rid of genders, we got rid of muscles, we got rid of all. Hang on a second. Speaking of fucking Corey, and he calls and ruins the fucking episode. Hang on. I gotta fucking add this to this. All right. We're back live again. Sorry, guys. Corey called. I don't know where I left you. I don't know where I left you. Oh, I was describing the aliens. So we don't know what they're doing. Like, we don't know why they're here. Some people say time travel. They're us. Again, I said that, you know, we don't have muscles because, you know, toxic masculinity if you lift up a dumbbell. We're not allowed to have genitals. We're not allowed to have genders anymore. There's no sexes anymore, right? Apparently that's all gone. We have Neuralink coming. We're going to talk with our minds. So maybe some people believe it's us who are time traveling back, taking a look at it. Maybe it's a field trip from school. You know, you go on a field trip in your school, you go to the zoo. Now they're just going back to 2023. Some people think they're here to keep an eye on us, make sure we don't fuck things up. You better step in then, lads. You better step in. And here's what I believe they could be. Here's what I believe, and I truly believe this. I'm not trying to be funny or trying to be smart. I truly believe this. I believe, could be wrong, probably am wrong. It's a theory. That's the thing about theories. Everyone is allowed to have one, and theories are never proven. Here's what I think. I think, what if they're just a family on the way to, you know, the way you if you live in New York, a lot of New Yorkers will do this, like you'll drive to Florida to Disney because you're on a budget, and you'll pretend like, oh, it's going to be an adventure, and we'll all sit and we'll talk, we'll get to know each other, and you just don't want to pay another $2,000 for flights. And I get it, right? Maybe $5,000, $10,000, depends on the time of year you want to go. And so some people drive, right? They drive to Florida, and maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is a family, an alien family on a budget that are on the way to whatever their Disney World is. But like us, we go into, when you have to get off an exit and go get gas, you get off. Sometimes you get off, like I'm a comedian, I travel all the time, so I'm kind of have it down to a science now. But once in a blue moon, you do have to get off at a shitty area. You know, like it's a shitty part of town. You get, oh, this fucking exit. And no wonder they didn't highlight this exit on the map. On your GPS, even your GPS, like, no, dude, don't, no, you don't want this, but I need gas, trust me, you're better off pushing the car the rest of the way. Kids, lock the doors, roll the windows up. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe they arrived here, and that's what's happening, because what's here for them? What is here for them to like, I believe it, I truly believe they're stuck in a shitty part of the neighborhood, because what are they looking at? Right? What are they looking at? What would they talk? What would one of them bring back? What information could they bring back to the other planet and talk? Oh my God, we were just on this planet. Were you? Yeah. Tell me. To have a slide night, right? To invite their family and friends around. It's fucking awful vacation. Oh, fuck me. It's bad enough we gotta look at your pictures on fucking Alienstagram. Clever. On Alienstagram. Yeah, we saw all your posters, your pictures on Alienstagram. Now we gotta fucking sit through your slideshow. Come on over, you'll be fun. Like, all right, fine. And they're sitting there with their family and friends around, and they're like, okay, so let's what did you see on Earth? Well, first of all, they all hate each other. They do? Yeah, they can't stand each other. They're really out. They've literally drawn lines in the sand of who they will talk to and who they won't talk to. Well, why would they do that? Why would they not? Well, because they have politicians. What's a politician? Well, it's someone that tells them what to do. Okay, and does the politician care about the people? Politician couldn't give a fuck about the people. But what about the people? Well, the people who have more in common with each other than they do with the politician, they will kill each other and fight each other and hate each other. Families, friends, they don't go anymore. They don't talk to each other anymore because they're like. And the weird thing about it too is like all the politicians are dicks. And they're just, the people have just trying to pick which dick they want to get fucked by. That's all, because they're getting fucked. and they're arguing about which dick gets to fuck them more. That's all it is. So they don't talk to each other. Well, that's insane. Yeah, that's the first thing. That's the first thing that popped up on the radar there. That's what we noticed on the slideshow. And if you look at the next slide, what's that one? Well, they live in harmony. Do they? Yeah. Do they share? No, fuck, they don't. No, they don't. They don't. They've weird things about letting people in their country. What happens? Well, they're letting them all in. That's weird, isn't it? Like, yeah, they're letting them all in. Okay, well, at least they're in, and, there's some of them are coming in with diseases like polio and that kind of stuff. They have polio? Yeah, that's weird. But the funny thing is, like, you can come in and have polio, and you don't have to get, like, a vaccination for it or anything like that, but if you have a dog, must get your dog vaccinated. Your dog has to be vaccinated, before you can take it to a vet's place. So that's weird. That is strange. That is strange. They must have a good education system. They do. They do. Some parts of this planet have a good education system, but the ones we stopped on, it's kind of weird. It's a weird education system. Tell me about this education system. Well, the funny thing is that you can go to jail. Like, if you cheat to go to the schools, they'll send you to jail. That's controversial. Yeah, you could sneak in, or you could bribe somebody and they'll let you in. You can go to jail for that. Okay, but if you sneak into the country, though, they'll let you go to the school anyway for free. So that's it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so what else about their education? Well, I'm assuming they're learning all about the physicists, the physics of the universe, how we can propel ships, move in directions that are should be technically, for their minds, physically impossible to do. Are they learning about the history of where they came from? Are they studying? Are they all the time? No, they're not actually. So they're telling you now that you can, our little puppies, Yeah, that's what we call children up here. I think that's good for context. Yeah, so, our children, yeah, well, we can kind of leave books lying around about blowjobs. What's a blowjob? It's a thing they do. It's a thing they do that adults do, but children can do it in school over there. That's weird, isn't it? Yeah, it is. What else? Do they worship anything? Like, we have a god. Do they worship God? They do. Oh, that's nice. What kind of god? They all worship, pretty much, not all of them, but most of the planet worships the same god. Oh, okay. That's good, isn't it? That most of them worship a god. Yeah, but they all, like, kill each other because they think they worship him differently. There's a different way but they still worship him, right? They do. They still worship him, but they believe their way is better, so they must kill everybody else for not believing it. And all sides go back and forth. They go back and forth. You're wrong. It is confusing. It is confusing. All right. Well, I mean, it does sound confusing. What language do they speak? What language? Oh, that's a good one. It depends on where you are. There are certain, countries. They have a thing called countries, and they have different languages, and within those languages they have, but the one we were at, is a weird language because there was one word that certain people couldn't say. What do you mean? Yeah, there's a word that one person couldn't say, one group of people can't say, but the other group can. And then it's weird, like, there's another group, like Hispanic people, that this other group gave them permission to say it. It was very confusing. But that group over there couldn't say it. You're not allowed to say it, but that group over there, and that's just one word. Yeah, it's kind of like, we read one of their books, and it's kind of like Voldemort, right? You're not, certain people in the book, you can't say Voldemort. Well, this group, we're not allowed to say this one word. Very interesting, like the fear over a word. It was weird. And there's the other words too. Like, if you back in the day, that's what they say. It's a phrase. I'm watching older television. Back in the time, they would have these words that were meant for the most horrible people. Just horrible words like bigot, racist, Nazis, horrible people. Right? And oh my God. And so what happened? So those words, they don't exist anymore because those people don't exist. Well, the people don't exist, but the words still do. You know what I mean? So if you disagreed with something, like if you like legit disagreed with something with no hate in your heart, you were called one of these things. Well, that doesn't make sense. That is wrecking my brain. That is wrecking my brain too. They don't do that either. It's weird that it doesn't make sense that you could now you're just they would just throw the word bigot at you for any reason whatsoever. Do you like my I shaved off my eyebrows and tattooed thunderbolts on there? I don't like that. I wouldn't do it myself. Bigot! You're a bigot. We got another one over here. We got another bigot. He doesn't agree with my lightning bolt eyelashes and eyebrows. You know what I mean? And and then at least they got good entertainment, right? Dog shit. Entertainment is terrible. It's just a bunch of Marvel movies now, which I saw a few of them. They're pretty good. But for the rest of them, they have this thing where this thing's called comedy clubs, right? What's a comedy club? You know the way we laugh. We like to laugh. Yeah. When we blow up other planets, we get a good chuckle. Yeah. So that's called. Apparently, they refer to that as comedy. And you go into a building. And a comedian, that's what they call the up, and he will say things that are funny, and then people will laugh. They will play these scenarios out, and they were funny, and they will try find something within their order of words that will make you laugh. And then you no matter what. So if you're having a bad day, if there's terrible things going on in the world, they will try make light of that situation. Oh, that sounds good. They must be like appreciated people. You would think that. But no, they get violently attacked, and they get called those names I mentioned earlier, and people want to cancel them. Oh, what do you mean cancel? Like hit the delete button? Yes, literally hit a delete button where their life is wiped out because of one of these things that they call a joke that's meant to just make people laugh. It's a weird scenario, It's a weird scenario. What about the movies, though? The movies, surely. Well, the movies are kind of strange too, right? Because there's movies out like that make people mad now too. I don't follow. Well, there's a toy that the pups would play with, right? And they made a movie out of this toy, like a Barbie doll, and a lot of men got upset. Why did they get upset? I really don't know. I really don't know why these men got upset over a movie about a doll. I couldn't tell you. It was very, very confusing. And then you have more people who watch this other movie about some people were taking like children, and then they were using them for unspeakable evil. And then everybody who hated that movie didn't go see it, but they hated it anyway. I don't know what you mean. Yeah, but they must have seen the movie to hate it, right? No, they just don't go to it, and they don't like it because of the message of trying to stop children getting. But that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me either. Like there was a movie they have one that they do like called Taken. I saw with this guy Brian Mills was the character, and it played by some Irish guy, handsome old fella, and someone took his daughter. Right, in the same fashion of the movie I'm talking about, and he went off and he just rescued the daughter. And then there was 2 more movies after that. At that stage, like, you just really have to realize that he's not great at this parenting stuff. Maybe the third one should have been called Taken. Just keep her, right? Just keep her, because it happened 3 times. So and the people loved that one. They loved those movies, but they just didn't like the other one that was kind of bad. It is weird, but like even though people, but they saw something and made their opinion based on valid information. No, they didn't, because that's what they do. They have these things that like you're not allowed to disagree anymore. It's a weird planet that you can't disagree anymore, because you could be a male and you can pretend to be a female, and the rest of them all have to pretend that they all have to play that game too. But what if they don't want to play the game? Well, then you're one of those words again. That doesn't make sense. Like when you guys all play hide and seek around the spaceship, and I'm busy and I don't want to play. I don't want to play in your imaginary "Where are you?" game. Yeah, then you be on that planet considered a bad person. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You have to if he wants to imagine he's a woman, everyone else has to play along and imagine it too. And he's not. And here's the thing too: they're not allowed, when they imagine that he imagines he's a woman, and we all have to play along. They don't assume that the guy, like, that they go, no, that's fine. You're okay being that. Like, I just don't want to play. But I've no hate for you. That's okay. They still assume that that person is one of those bad words because he didn't go all in, even though he gave him the respect by saying, "Hey, it's your life. Live it how you want to. That's great. Enjoy it. Be well. Be happy. Be healthy." Because you didn't go all in on the game, you're considered one of those bad words. It really is. It's kind of backwards. But the good thing is though that they have nuclear missiles. They all have nuclear missiles. That is good. And because of their stupidity, they are probably going to wipe themselves off the planet. So, did I have a good time on Earth? I did not. I did not have a good time on Earth. But I am glad I saw it. I am glad I got to see it before it left. I really am. My takeaway from Planet Earth is we've got the bumper sticker. I've been to Earth, and the kids loved it. The kids loved it. But the thing my takeaway is that it was just sad to see so many people who were involved in uninformed politics, and they all hated each other. For no reason whatsoever, only for the fact that they were getting fucked by some big dick, and it was just they liked their dick better than they liked their dick, so therefore the rest of them must be mortal enemies. And that was my take on it. I really did have a great time on Planet Earth, but sadly it won't be around much longer. But you never know. Maybe something will happen that'll get their shit together. And, you never know. I'm staying out of it. Anyway, I got you all souvenirs. And that's what I believe. I think that's happening with aliens. That's what I believe Mick Thomas is happening with aliens. So, a bit of a ramble. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm going to go now. But thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing, and coming on back. I do appreciate that. And, subscribe and go see me live and all that stuff. And if you're going to unfollow me, please just do so. I don't need I'm not giving you a gift. And thanks for listening. I appreciate it. And as always, wash your hands, you dirty fuckers. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.